Welcome to 1600X, an introduction to aerospace engineering. We're going to spend the next 2 months looking at astronautics and human spaceflight. But before I tell you about the content of the course, I think I should introduce myself because you're going to be seeing a lot of me over the next couple of months. My name is Jeff Hoffman. I'm a professor in the Department of Aeronautics and Astronautics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Prior to coming to MIT, I spent 19 years as a NASA astronaut.
Mission Specialist Jeff Hoffman.
Making 5 missions on the Space Shuttle.
And we have liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour.
And 4 spacewalks.
Hello, Jeff.
Including 3 during the critical 1993 rescue mission, where we installed corrective optics into the Hubble Space Telescope, allowing it to focus clearly. I actually started my professional career as a scientist, studying high-energy astrophysics, that is, X-rays and gamma rays coming from celestial objects. This radiation doesn't penetrate the Earth's atmosphere, so we had to do our research by sending telescopes up into space using balloons, sounding rockets, and satellites. So space has always been an important part of my professional career. Even as a young child, I was fascinated by space. I grew up during the early days of the space age, and I remember the launch of the first Sputnik and the flights of the first astronauts, Yuri Gagarin, Alan Shepard, John Glenn. I always thought to myself, this is really exciting, something that maybe I'd like to do, riding in a rocket someday, but all the early astronauts were military test pilots, and that wasn't something that interested me. So I guess my interest in space led me into a career as a research astrophysicist. I was working at MIT in the Center for Space Research in the mid-1970s when NASA was preparing for the operation of what was then the brand new Space Shuttle. The shuttle had a crew of 7 people, and only 2 needed to be pilots. So NASA said that they were looking not only for pilots, but for scientists, engineers, and medical doctors. And I thought, this is my chance. I took advantage of that, applied, and was lucky enough to get selected. And of course, that changed my life. After a very exciting and productive career as an astronaut, I came back to MIT, this time as an aerospace engineer. 3, 2, 1, drop. I love teaching. Oh, it was good until it collapsed. And I love getting my students involved. Very pretty. I have no idea how it's going to fly. One of the courses I teach at MIT is the Introduction to Aerospace Engineering for first-year undergraduates. Now, I spend 4 months teaching the live course, and in the 2 months we have available for this online course, I can't cover all the material that we cover in the live course. So we're going to concentrate on astronautics, and in particular in human spaceflight, in which of course I have a lot of personal experience.
Okay, Jeff, outstanding.
So let's take a look at what we're going to learn in 1600X.